there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to The Light of Your Worth. And I'm Debbie McAllister, and I can't believe we're already at part 4 of our What Wise Women Would Say series. So if you've been following this journey with me, you know we've been asking incredible souls one soul-stirring question. What would you tell your younger self about your own worth? And today, the answers are going to move you in ways you may not expect. This group of 7 women brings something extraordinary to the conversation. We're talking about women who've healed from decades of chronic pain, who've transformed toxic relationships into soulmate love, who've learned to feel their emotions again after numbing for years, and who've discovered that their worth was never about the performance. It was always about the inside. So you're going to hear from 7 incredible women today: Avery, Elizabeth, Laura, Linda, Sarah, Tessa, and Tracy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. Our first guest is Tracy K. You can catch her on episode 167, Money Alchemy Lab with Tracy K. We'll include all of these in the show notes as well. International psychic medium and angel channel, Tracy K is the creator of Manifest with Angels method. Following a divorce and departure from her award-winning investment advisor role, Tracy pursued her heart's calling to Europe. After healing from toxic relationships and 2 divorces, she's now happily married to her soulmate and has developed a keen sixth sense for making aligned decisions. And at midlife, she is just getting started. So let's listen to Tracy's wisdom. Where you are right now in this season of life,
Yes.
if you could go back and talk to your younger self about your own worth, what would you tell her?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. I would first tell her that she is her own person. Like, you are your own person. No matter what pressure you're feeling from a spouse or boyfriend or job or parents, what they think that you should be doing, just do what you think you should be doing. Listen, you are your own person. And to know when it's someone else's toxic energy or if it's your own energy, and to cultivate that. I wish someone would have told me that when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
It was just always about striving for more. It's just whatever you needed to do was just to get more, just strive for more. But it was like I had no sense of self and worthiness around my own inherent value as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I was only valuable if I got a promotion or if I made more money or if I was married or if I was beautiful.
You are worthy, Tracy.
Thank you.
In case
You
nobody's
are
told you
worthy
that
too.
today. And
And it's a really important message of each person's own inherent worth. You're worthy if you feel like you don't have any money or you have lots of money, feel underweight or overweight or don't look great. Whatever it is, you're still worthy.
Mhm. Yeah, sometimes people put other people, a lot of women, ahead of themselves. And you get to this
Oh,
point in life and you're
yes.
like, I've lost my chance. And I don't believe that. I'm 58.
Oh, yeah,
And
exactly.
and
100%.
this is just like the next encore.
Yeah, you're just getting started for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, that's also societal, right? You only can do anything if you're 22, but then after that,
Yeah.
you're all that.
Nobody wanted that in 22. All I could think about was, what are we doing this weekend? Are we going water skiing or camping or what are we drinking?
Yeah.
What am I going to look like? Oh no, my face broke out.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty superficial, which I think that's part of the 20s. Much more superficial than
Yes.
obviously now
Mhm.
and showing up. I love your reflection back on yourself, Tracy. It's very beautiful, and I appreciate the vulnerability with sharing that with me and the audience. And
My pleasure.
Tracy's key lesson: you are your own person. No matter what pressures you're feeling from a spouse or boyfriend or a job or parents. What they think you should be doing, just do what you think you should be doing. So, our reflection question for Tracy's sharing is, where are you living according to someone else's expectations instead of doing what you think you should be doing? My next beautiful soul is Tessa Lynn Alburn. She was on the episode 168 of Exploring Soul Fragmentation with Soul Connections. She is a soul connection coach, feminine energy mentor, a Reiki master, and master healer. Tessa Lynn Alburn's mission to support spiritually inclined women to live an ideal life by becoming excellent. Through reuniting soul, expanding capacity, and raising energy to the highest vibration, women come to know the deep pleasure of giving back to the world in bigger and wonderful ways. In this season of your life, with all of your experiences, if you could go back and talk to your younger self about your worth, what would you tell her?
That would be such a sweet conversation. I would let her know that she's worth much more than she knows right then, or she knows at that moment, and that she's not alone. And she's going to find out how much she's worth, and it's going to be very exciting. Because, and I would probably tell her things like, you are worth the world. You are what people call priceless. You are valuable. Because I think my younger self didn't really even have a concept of worth, right? Like, what is worth? What's a quarter? What's a dollar? I didn't understand any of that.
Mm-hmm.
But to know that she had value would have given her worth. Like, you bring value just because of who you are on the inside.
Mm.
And really letting her feel into that and be recognized for her inner world and her inner worth. It's not about the performance.
Mm.
It's about what's in here, and she has a heart of gold. She always has.
Mm. Yes, she does. Because I can feel your heart of gold right now. I can feel your energy as it comes through as we talk. So, we'll send that message to her.
Thank you.
So beautiful. Tessa's key lessons, you're worth much more than you know right now. You are not alone. You're going to find out how much you're worth, and it's going to be very exciting. You are priceless. You bring value just because of who you are on the inside. So the reflection question from Tessa's sharing is, if you removed all of your accomplishments and performances, what value would remain just because of who you are on the inside? Can't wait to hear your reflection questions. My next wonderful soul is Sarah TORPEY, and you can catch her on episode 172, Selling for Weirdos, Crafting Your Unique Path and Flexibility and Joy. It's a really good one. So Sarah is the creator of Selling for Weirdos and a former teacher. Sarah works with current and former teachers to create thriving, profitable businesses without the overwhelm and burnout. Having taught in all the ways, K through 12, online, in person, and has grown 2 successful businesses, Sarah combines teaching skills with business knowledge. Where you are now, this season of life, if you could go back and talk to your younger self about your own worth, what would you tell yourself?
That you'll always know who your people are. That you always have people rooting for you and you have fans no matter what. And it doesn't need to be everybody. And I think that applies as a business owner and as a parent and as a friend and as a family member and as all the things. But I think that is the thing that took me a really long time.
Mm.
And I am happy to be squarely in knowing in my 40s most of the time But like at 25, I had not even seen that over the rainbow yet.
Mhm.
And that I'm not sure she could have hurt me, right? Because I think you have to bang your head against that one, maybe. Maybe it was just me. But I really do. That's the one where it's where your people are rooting for you. That would be it.
That's beautiful. It's so true.
Mhm.
There's always somebody rooting for you.
But we forget that.
Mhm.
And we don't believe it, and we should.
Mhm. Oh, I love that with SARA. With their key lesson of you'll always know who your people are. You'll always have people rooting for you, and you have fans no matter what. And it doesn't need to be everybody. The reflective question, who are your people who are rooting for you right now, even if it's not everybody? My next wonderful soul is Linda Zurak with episode 169, Embodying Your Worth, A Journey with Linda. So Linda is a trauma-informed somatic movement educator, an embodiment teacher. Linda has spent 25 years exploring the mental, physical, and emotional blocks that keep us from fully experiencing our power, passion, and pleasure. Through her own experiences of loss, relationship struggles, birth trauma, and religious trauma, Linda has become an advocate for women finding their voice and living their heartfelt truth without apology. So let's jump in with Linda. At this stage in your life, with all these different seasons behind you and your experiences and everything that you've done, what would you tell yourself, younger version of yourself, about your own worth from where your perspective is now?
Well, boy, it's such a big question. Younger self, about her worth. That she doesn't have to work hard or try hard to be worthy. She's just worthy by being fully who she is. I think that's really been my journey, just having permission to be.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you stepped into yourself.
Me too. That's what I want for all women in this next chapter, that step more fully into who we are now.
Mhm. That is definitely my mission. I feel like we're advocates for
Yes.
other women that we've been through life
Yes.
ourselves and have come out the other side. And life is very different when you own your worth,
Absolutely.
even through the challenges. It doesn't all of a
Absolutely.
sudden become all butterflies and rainbows. Those are beautiful to experiences. Even those are different, more colorful, and
Yes.
the colors are brighter.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm so thankful you were here, Linda, to share your vision for helping women feel empowered. Linda's key lesson, you don't have to work hard or try hard to be worthy. You're just worthy for being fully who you are. The reflection question, where in your life are you still trying hard to prove your worth instead of simply being who you are? My next beautiful soul is Laura Haver. She was featured on episode 170, The Art of Play, Cultivating Fulfillment and Vibrancy in Everyday Living with Laura. So she's an expert in play, communication, and being. Laura is on a global mission to inspire people to live more playful, vibrant, and fulfilling lives. She's also the author of Play Together. Laura joyfully shares her expertise, helping thousands experience more fun and fulfillment. So let's dig in. With where you are now in this season of your life, if you could go back and talk to your younger self about your own worth, what would you tell her?
I'd be, hi, yourself. You're in for a lot of fun stuff. You're in for a lot of rides. And I would just tell her, gosh, I just love you. And I'm saying this to like my inner child and everyone else's younger selves. Gosh, you're doing the best you can. Just keep showing up and stand and be there for yourself. And just, if you think that sounds good, go for it. Just follow your own thing. Let your own light shine whatever way, and you will find the right people that match your light. Don't never dim your light for anyone. Just be yourself and play, and just let play and guide the way, and you'll let the play and follow the energy. Look for, actually, this is one more thing I'll share and then we can wrap it up, but it's this theory of luminosity, right? I'm sure have you ever heard of this, right? I think James Redfield, a lot of his work talks about this with the Celestine prophecy. And then he has a great book, A Luminous Path. So look for the ways that look brighter, even just a touch brighter. If you're trying to go, where should I move next, right? You can feel it. Look for this luminosity and step forward. Just put your toe into it a tiny bit. And before you know it, you're just going to be like walking in this beautiful light, and just be like this beautiful light glowing all around you. And you're honoring yourself, and you're making space for other people to honor themselves. And what a beautiful world to live in.
That's beautiful. Yes, the world we're creating.
We're doing it. Alarms are going
doing
off.
it,
Yeah,
right? Like
11
focus
and
coming
11. I was
together.
thinking 11 and 11 would be a great time. Boom. But I don't know if that's applicable.
Right. All the angels will be there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Laura's key lesson of you're doing the best you can. Just keep showing up and be there for yourself. Don't ever dim your light for anyone. Just be yourself, and you'll find the right people that match your light. So the next reflective question, where in your life have you been dimming your light, and what would it look like to let it shine fully? So in the background, you got to meet our 7-month-old Peppy, Ginger, who's a Chesapeake Bay retriever, joining our conversation. So Lily is no longer alone here. My next wonderful soul-filled soul is Elizabeth Kipp. And she is a stress management and historical trauma specialty. Elizabeth healed over 40 years of chronic pain, including anxiety, panic attacks, and addiction. Now in long-term recovery and the author of The Way Through Chronic Pain book, Elizabeth guides others to unleash their healing power. Her message will stop you in your tracks, and she wants you to feel it, not just think about it. And Elizabeth was on episode 171 on healing ancestral burdens, quantum healing, and the power of the present. So let's jump in. Where we are now in our journeys, the seasons that we've gone through, what if we could go back now with what we know to our younger self, what would we tell her?
I would tell her that her worth was never in question, that she came in worthy and should always be worthy. And that's not even a question. It's just a misunderstanding. Important to understand that. Now, I just said that, and everybody heard me say that. And here's the question. Did you feel it in your mind, or did you feel it in your heart and your bones? And when you feel, I came in worthy, I'll always be worthy. When you feel that in your heart and in your bones, now you've got it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Love that.
It's a journey, man.
It is. I'm telling you. It most definitely is a journey. All the work that we've done is really helping other
Yeah.
generations that are coming after us and our whole collective energy.
Yeah. When they're raised with, we don't want to hear what you have to say. You'll never amount to anything. You'll never be worth anything. All of that, then we get very confused about our worth. And we have to be very careful. Well, this would be another thing I would say attached to this. I try and be conscious about what information I'm taking in. So I hear things, but they don't necessarily come in.
Mm-hmm.
just come in and go right out.
Yes.
But I have to be careful about what media on all levels all the things that I'm exposing myself to. And I don't watch so many movies anymore because most of them are pretty dark. It's not helpful for me, just as an example. Right.
Yes.
So with the programming that we have either generationally or in our own life around you're not worthy, but we need to do work around that so that when you actually get that was a misunderstanding on everybody's part, and especially my part, and that my worthiness was never an issue.
Mm-hmm. No, it was not. Elizabeth, you came in worthy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my goodness. Elizabeth, key lesson. Your worth was never in question. You came in worthy, should always be worthy. And that's not even a question. It's just a misunderstanding. So powerful. So the reflective question, can you feel in your heart and bones, not just your mind, that you came in worthy and will always be worthy? Our last beautiful soul in this episode is Avery Thatcher. She was highlighted in episode 166. The difference between stress, burnout, and trauma with stress management specialist Avery. So Avery is a former ICU registered nurse and stress management specialist. She has spent over a decade helping highly sensitive high achievers recover from burnout. Through her Flow State app and group programs, she's discovered a profound truth. So many people have forgotten their worth because they've chosen not to feel anything anymore. But when you stop feeling your emotions, you disconnect from your worth. So let's listen to Avery's wise woman wisdom. If you could go back now in the season of what you've learned in this point in life, if you could go back to your younger self, what would you tell her about your own worth?
So I would tell her to really listen to her emotions more, because a lot of what people were making her feel, that those emotions were not valued or valuable, really degraded her sense of worth because she felt like she was wrong. So I would say feel the emotion. Don't forget to feel the emotions, because it's when you stopped feeling your emotions that you forgot your worth.
Oh, that's powerful. That's really powerful.
It feels like it to me too. Like whenever I talk with people and when I'm working with them, there's so many people that have forgotten their worth because they've chosen not to feel anything anymore because it's just easier. So we're again going to learn how to not be hanging on to the emotional freight train that zips off. It's learning how to notice the emotions rather than getting swept up in them. It's so important for reconnecting to your worth.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are scared of others' emotions. Have you noticed when you start crying, somebody wants to hand you a tissue?
Yes. Oh, there's definitely some people that really struggle with sharing emotion or getting into some of the deeper conversations. And that's why I'm on the mission that I am, because I want to show more people that this is actually our true nature. We really need to lead into this because it's not going to be more painful. It's actually going to make life so much more sparkly.
Mhm. Yes, we all want more sparkly.
Yeah. Sparkly life is the best.
Avery's key lesson of feel the emotions, don't forget to feel the emotions, because it's when you stop feeling your emotions that you forget your worth. Such a beautiful series. This is the 4th in the series. And this episode was really focusing on remembering our worth. The idea that it was always there, we just forgot. So the last reflective question is, what emotions have you been avoiding because you think it's easier not to feel them? So episodes 1 through 3 were really focused on claiming your worth. So I hope you have enjoyed this for the holiday season of 2025. we are just a few days away from bringing in the year of 2026. So sending out love and sunshine and everything positive for anybody who's celebrating whatever that is, and just for getting through the year. So thank you for being here. My heart is so full of gratitude for you, and I can't wait to see you in the new year. Take care.